what's being said on the stage. I actually agree with you 100%. I'm just saying, nobody cares about 19. 19 is a legal age.
It's not legal in a casino.
Anyways,
is it legal to drink? Is it legal to drink alcohol at 19?
Thank you. Thanks, April.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen. I don't know the fascination. And Trent, maybe, and I don't like bringing.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. So nobody cares about 19.
Yes, we do care about 19 when it's an old ass man.
Maybe you got.
Let your daughter Jada. Let your daughter Jada.
If I can finish what I'm saying, the vast majority of people are going to care about 17 and under, and what may happen is if SWJ, my goodness, WSJ, Wall Street Journal, they have photographic or video evidence of Trump doing something with somebody under the age of 17. It's obviously monumental. I don't think that the Murdochs took this step that they're taking up against Trump without having something very, very, very significant. I think it's going to take photographic evidence for there to be an impeachment, right? So you guys think I'm like against you. I'm not. I just know what it takes to implore the masses. To move the masses, you need photograph, you need video.
How do you know?
They're never going to release those photos because the men are in.
April, let him land so he can take his brother home.
Yeah, my mother is home.
Oh, yeah, she was dropped off. That's why she said bye.
That's why he's able to text now. He's just riding in the car.
To the door?
Yeah, just right the doorstep.
No, he peeled off.
Yeah, we live 5 minutes from each other. No, we don't live far.
Hey,
so, in order for there to be a case against Trump for impeachment, you're going to need photographic evidence. And I do think that there is something significant, like I told you folks. Like I said, Ghislaine Maxwell is going to get a pardon, but there is something significant that is going to drop in the next probably 3 or 4 days from the Wall Street Journal that will turn this on its head. I don't know what that is, but if it's not photographic or video evidence, then I don't know that it changes the narrative enough for an impeachment. Though I'll agree with many of you. Ghislaine Maxwell getting a pardon in the next 3 months, in the next 90 days, is not going to sit well with even the MAGA base. It's going to be seen right through. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, I have breaking news. Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can get audio instead of me reading it. Okay, so Donald Trump, I'm trying to see if they got him saying it on audio. They should have it. Okay. I'm looking at see if I can find audio on it. All right. Anyway, so I can't find the audio on it, but let me just do the breaking news, and I'll try to look for the audio a little bit later because we got tons of things, evidence, what we call evidence in here. Trump drops Epstein. This is from I'm on Fox News, and of course they're gonna publish this. But as of 12:53 Eastern Standard Time. Trump drops Epstein leaked names that media ought to be speaking about amid firestorm. And the article goes on to say, President Donald Trump said that those asking about the late financier Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking case should direct their attention to former President Bill Clinton and former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. Trump's remark came a day after U.S. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Gasoline in Florida amid heightened scrutiny about the case after Trump's administration announced it would not unseal investigative material concerning Epstein. Quote, you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys. Trump told reporters Friday while departing for Scotland. They're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton.
Yep.
Trump then accused Clinton, listen to this. We got to talk about the hedge fund guys because you guys talked to me off a cliff yesterday about the hedge fund people. Y'all know who you are. Trump then accused Clinton of visiting Epstein's private island the financier used as a home base for his sex trafficking operations. Trump said, I never visited the island before. Meanwhile, quote, Clinton has also said he has never visited the island either. In his new memoir, Citizens, released 2024, Clinton said he'd never gone to the island and that he wished he'd never met Epstein in the first place. Spokespersons for Summers and Clinton did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Summers previously served as Treasury Secretary for Clinton, as well as the Director of National Economic Council for former President Barack Obama. And let the games begin.
Yes, that's exactly true. And just real loud, I'm gonna land right here. Larry Summers and the hedge funds will end up being the story. And this is why there are a lot of people on the conservative right that will be implicated in this, because that is who your hedge funds managers are, which is why they don't want this 100 names. It is, he gave 100 names of people that will be, whatever she says, this is what I want you guys to know. It doesn't matter what happens thereafter. Whatever she says in front of Congress and these 100 names that are released, is going to be the gospel for 60 to 70% of the United States. I recognize that what she says will leave out Trump, but what she says will end up being the gospel truth, and then you have to figure out how do you combat that.
I agree.
I think that if they're gonna and he said they haven't decided yet. They're trying to decide whether they're gonna go to Congress or if she's gonna plead the fifth.
Who Levon?
Ghislaine, her attorney. He said they.
Oh, well, that's because her pardon hasn't been secured yet. When her pardon is when she gets that guarantee, that's a wrap.
Yeah, because if she goes up there and her stuff doesn't make sense, they can get it for perjury.
You can't get her for perjury. Levon, I've already talked to somebody about this.
I find it funny how the Trumpers are out here ahead of us trying to make it nothing.
She can't be called for perjury.
You missed it. We had a room full of
Girl,
Trumpers and it was
listen, they make me tired with this shit.
April, it was so bad, Patty left.
Oh,
it
I
was
would
mayhem.
have left with her because I'm sick and tired of hearing this apologist bullshit. And this is how it's going to be viewed, and this is what's going to happen, and blah blah. Like it's fucking nothing. Like this woman didn't go and take young girls off the goddamn street and deliver them to monsters. And it's like, yeah, it'd be like that. This is sick. This is the sickest shit I have heard in a long goddamn time.
And if she get a pardon, that'll be obvious. If she gets a pardon, it's gonna be obvious.
Not for MAGA, it won't be obvious.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, to MAGA, no. I mean, you guys accept a bunch of crap that no other party will accept. I mean, come on, dude. You know, I'm not gonna say you, but the party accepts.
They
You know, touching young women.
That's what they.
It's
He's done, and the Republicans are done.
That's what
They're
I've
not
been
gonna
told.
survive that. If he pardons her, he's gonna pardon her on his last day. And Trent, what you're saying about the perjury, they can get her on perjury if she perjures herself.
You won't know that she's perjuring herself because you've got silk testimony that's in the house. That's under.
I'm talking about if she testifies before Congress.
Yes, they want to bring her before.
Right. And if she lies,
Man,
that's
they won't know that she lied.
what are you
Whatever she
talking
said,
about? I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
We won't know that she lied because she's going to say things that are in line with what the DOJ has already authorized her to say.
Correct.
She can Congress.
Correct.
She's
There's going to be no way.
Hold on.
Yeah, so again, the recognition, the lie that is told, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't know that there's a lie told until sometime in 2029 if there is
Okay.
a Democrat.
But wait.
Hold
No,
on.
hold on. No, hold
Hold on, April.
No.
Just let me answer.
I'm trying to get him to hush, Dr.
Stop, Trent. I want to stop you right there. No, that's not true because there are existing documents in the record that her testimony can be measured against.
Yeah, again,
so it's not just the state. Don't talk while I'm talking because you can't hear me. Stop talking. Some of them are open already.
I get it.
Right? How do you think that they got a hold of this birthday book? Stop fucking talking so you can hear.
Ma'am, I'm understanding.
How do you think they got a hold of this birthday book?
Ma'am, I
Because the birthday book is part of the seized evidence from the previous case. So there is existing material against which they can measure what she testifies.
Man, but what
Look what we got on stage. We got Neil on stage. Oh, wow.
But what happened is Epstein took the fifth through most of
I got it.
testimony.
That's fine.
Can I be next, Dr. Trent?
That's fine.
So these names. So listen, hang on. These names that she has given, she has already provided
But
names.
Trent, you're stuck on something that I'm not talking about. The names are not the only details that they can ask her about. They can ask her about dates and times and places. They can ask her about other things for which there is documented evidence.
You're under the influence that the DOJ is a independent form.
I'm not talking about the DOJ.
Okay, then how else do you get this said evidence, right? If Ghislaine
The
Maxwell
same way the Wall Street Journal got it. The Congress can subpoena. What is going on?
Man, and that's why I said if the Murdochs have something that is concrete that's going to implicate Trump, that's the only thing that you can hang on. But if Ghislaine Maxwell goes in front of Congress, and I do believe she will go in front of Congress, and says that Larry Summers and Bill Richardson and Bill Clinton,
she's not going to say that though.
Okay, she's already given 100 names, ma'am. Who do you think was on that
list? You don't know that she's given 100 names. You've only been told that she's given 100 names.
Ma'am,
you don't know that.
Okay. Sure, she hasn't. I mean, like it's.
We don't know that. We just know what
Did the lawyer say that?
I don't know
what the lawyer said.
You know,
we don't know that.
Yeah, I know that you don't know that. This reminds me of like. Anyway, like
just windmilling for Trump right and left. It's wild.
I'm just saying, Trent. I'm just saying, and this goes back to what somebody else said before, right? Because maybe I'm thinking of this too legalistically and not politically. But to my mind, her lawyer saying something is not evidence of the thing.
It was Trump's lawyer.
Right. It wasn't even her
Trump's
lawyer.
Or even the deputy AG saying something, it's not evidence of the thing.
Okay, that's what's see.
So that's where we're gonna just disagree.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I'll yield.
That don't think that the deputy AG has any standing in this case. But
that's not what I don't think. I don't think that he's honest.
I don't think he's honest either. But that's the problem. 60 to 70% of the United States is going to take the word of the deputy AG and these names that are names, and they are going to be.
Well, when we get the names, we will see what the 60 to 70% say when we get the names. Because we don't have the names.
I'll just give you an idea. It'll be everybody except Trump.
Okay, we'll see.
The AG, he's not counting on. The thing that he's not counting on is that if she lies about certain situations and things that happened, there are people who were assaulted and essayed in these pictures who are now adults. And they could come in and say, hey, she's lying about this. This is what really happened.
They've all been paid off by JP Morgan.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I am so tired of this. This is so fucking...
I'm trying to
how
tell
do
you
you
what
know
has
all this
happened
shit?
because you don't know.
And I need... No, I
There's
don't
been
know. So you need to provide me some documentation.
You guys should have asked his mom that. Why does he think he's always right? Why does he have experience in all fields? Like, you guys didn't ask those questions.
Because she said he is a clown. You heard her.
Because you can look this up and find out
You
that
can look it up and give it to me
JP
then,
Morgan
since
Chase
you know
made
it.
I think you fell on your head when you was a baby.
Ma'am, JP Morgan Chase made a $290 million settlement with the victims. Okay, this is easily for you to